as we go to the top of the fifth. Hudson Valley got 3 in the second, 1 more in the third. And Lakewood has so far not been able to break through against 3 Renegade pitchers. So here is Burrow, who has struck out and struck out again in the third. That proved to be a big at-bat, though, in the third inning against starter Kevin Gowdy. And Skirrow delivers a fastball high inside. He struck out for what would have been the second out of the inning, but a passed ball allowed him to reach. And Gowdy eventually was charged with another run in that inning. Foul ball off to the right. Skirrow looks pretty quick out there. Again, we do not have a radar gun to pass along the speed of the pitches to you. 1 ball and 1 strike. Everything out of a stretch, and that one is in there. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Skirrow, spelled S-K-I-R-R-O-W, 6'3", 215-pounder, 22 years old. Deals breaking ball, swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So Skirrow comes in and quickly registers his first High A East League K, 1 gone. Brings up the cleanup hitter,
God.
Brandon Lockridge.
That sounds so bad. His first High A East.
I was
We got to do better than that, right?
Lockridge takes a fastball away, and it is
So,
1 ball, no strikes.
What I suggested, well, I shouldn't say suggested. What I said, I would have suggested it if I knew who to suggest it to. I just stated it. Was I thought what they should have done, what would have been really cool, would be to name each league after a Major League Baseball, iconic figure. So you have like the Hank Aaron League and the Jackie Robinson League and the Willie Mays League.
Greg, excuse me 1 second. That is not only his first High A East League strikeout, it is his first professional strikeout. He did not pitch in the minors last year, the year he was drafted. And the
signed.
1 and 2.
Yeah,
right.
so he signed as an undrafted.
He was an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, the Blue
correct.
Claws have a few of these guys in their bullpen,
yeah.
guys that signed as non-drafted free agents in the 2020 after the 2020 draft.
Swinging a drive in the right center toward the gap. Long run Ortiz. He can't get it. It's going to roll to the wall. Lockridge on his way to second, speeding around the base. He's heading for third, and there will be no relay. It's a sliding triple for the number 20 prospect in the Yankees system, Brandon Lockridge, who is 3 for 3 tonight, a double, an infield single, and now a triple to right center.
So I thought it would have been cool if you named each league after a Major League Baseball iconic figure. So you'd have like the high A affiliation,
Yeah.
Willie Mays division, or
Good thinking, yeah.
because
Or somebody who maybe won the home run or batting crown or something
Yeah.
in High A, and it would probably be a major leaguer, you would think, perhaps.
I mean, even if you didn't do
Yeah.
that, just identify
Yeah.
12 or however many leagues there are.
Pitch is wide. The count goes now to 2 balls and no strikes.
And you say, well,
Pasteur.
you want to identify the league. I mean, okay, I get it, but the South Atlantic League once had a team from Cleveland. The Pacific Coast League had a team from Memphis.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 2-1. Yeah, but that's who can you suggest that to? Who is the commissioner?
So, I don't know if his title is commissioner, but Eric Krupa is back.
That's good. We love Eric.
Yeah, so he's like the. I'll find it.
2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, breaking ball, count even 2-2. Runner at third, 1 out here. Infield drawn in for the Blue Claws in the top of the 5th. Hudson Valley with a 4-0 lead. That's sort of like Willie Mays division. Let's go with that. Willie Mays League. Willie Mays League Polo Grounds division. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Noah Skirrow.
So Eric is the Southeast Regional Supervisor. So he has responsibilities of the High A East League and the Low A Southeast League. So since he's supervising the High A East League, maybe we can suggest the name to him.
Where's the phone? So how about the North could be the Polo Grounds division, and since Willie Mays played at Candlestick Park, we could call that the Candlestick Park division. Just throwing it out there, folks.
I like it.
We have to get back to the ball game here. That's
so
why we're here.
There are three high A leagues: East, Midwest, and
Counters
West.
1-0 on Gasper. Runner at third, 2 away, and that one misses. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
So you know, High A Willie Mays, High A Bob Feller,
Joe
High A
DiMaggio,
Sandy Cope, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been cool.
Yes, definitely. Has my approval. The 2-0 fastball inside 3-0, which probably sinks it right away.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
3 balls, no strikes on Mickey Gasper.
Okay.
Pitch to the plate.
So
strike 2 called. Full count, 3-2. Runner at third, 2 out. Top 5. BlueClaws trail 4-0. Yes.
We're allowed to suggest it. I just got a text from the one and only Southeast Regional Supervisor, Eric Krupa. So we'll be making a formal suggestion.
Strike 2 called.
Strike 2, yeah.
Counts 3-2.
So before we do a formal suggestion, we'll think about it in a little more detail. Maybe we'll geographically place.
Well,
we don't we'll put Willie Mays with the West.
Right.
You know, Mickey Mantle with the East or whoever it is.
Pitch fouled off.
I think that's just fantastic, by the way. That after 615 days or whatever it is since our last game, that Eric on day 2 finds his way to us. Of the 30 teams that he supervises, he finds his way to us in day 2. I'm absolutely flattered.
3-2 pitch swung on a line in the left field, and it's charging and diving and making the catch is the Lakewood left fielder Hearn, and a beautiful grab there by Hunter, and the side is retired.
Quick start with a win last night, 6-2 over Hudson Valley, but tonight the Renegades lead it 4-1 as we head into the top half of the 6th inning. Second inning of work for Noah Skirrow, who had a solid 5th inning. Gave up a 1-out triple, but got a strikeout and a flyout to win the inning. He struck out 3 of the 4 hitters that he faced. Sorry, he struck out 2 of the 4 hitters. And the first pitch is cut on and missed. And the count 0-1. Oliver Dunn, the batter. Oliver Dunn has had a weird night. He has walked twice with the bases loaded. Fastball strike. Skirrow went to Liberty, which is in Virginia. Their season was shut down during a March trip. Their bus was parked, fastball outside 1-2, at a truck stop between West Virginia and Ohio State, where they were traveling to play their 18th of 56 scheduled games. And that one, a slider from Skirrow that misses low. And the count 2-2. So the spring goes along. Major League Baseball proceeds with the draft as scheduled, but instead of, or scheduled timing-wise, early June, but instead of, here's the 2-2, just missed outside, and maybe a touch low, 3-2. But instead of a 40-round draft, the draft was just 5 rounds. And even though Skirrow had a solid resume and fastball there, strike 3 over the outside corner. Oliver Dunn is down looking. He was trying to draw his 3rd straight walk, but he's Skirrow's 3rd strikeout victim. And there's 1 away. So, anyway, 5-round draft. Skirrow does not get selected. 3 days later, they had the undrafted player free agency period, and he said 9 teams called him within the first 30 minutes. And they did a little fastball outside of the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. They put in a cap on bonus money so that the bigger market teams couldn't just throw a lot of their draft money at undrafted players. Fastball low in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. So in theory, the maximum bonus that was awarded to a non-drafted player last year was only $20,000. Well, but $20,000. High pop, third base side, out of play. 2-1 on Steven Sensley, who is 1 for 2. He had a 2-run single in the second inning. So it became a situation where, in a lot of ways, the teams are kind of recruiting the player because, a lot of these undrafted guys, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2, would have been 6th, 7th, 8th round picks in a normal draft. So, these are very talented players that in a normal year would have gotten, 6-figure bonuses, fastball outside, and on the count 3-2. So, in a lot of cases, you're competing with other teams and you got to make a presentation and try to convince the player to sign with your organization. 3-2 on the outside corner, got him looking, strike 3. Noah Skirrow has struck out 4 hitters through an inning and 2/3. And 2 out, nobody on for Frederick Cuevas, the right fielder. Skirrow ended up signing with the Phillies. And he said he did a lot of research. Some of the other teams that were in on him, Boston, Texas, Oakland, Minnesota, Pittsburgh. But he said he got a very comfortable feeling from the open discussions that he had with the Phillies. They viewed him as a starting pitcher, and he thought that their pitcher development philosophy was something that kind of meshed well with 1-0 high and outside to Frederick Cuevas, and it's 2-0 with what he has for himself as his own personal philosophy. And then he got a call from Joe Girardi, which is pretty cool. Of course, the Phillies manager. 2-0, and there's a strike, and the count is 2-1. From the Hamilton Spectator, Steve Milton's story, June 29th, 2020, for that background there on Noah Skirrow. There's a called strike, and the count 2-2. Have not had a chance to meet Noah yet, but looking forward to doing that. Here's the 2-2 to Cuevas. Chopped to short. Stott charges, grabs it knee high, slings it to first in time, and the inning is over. Good inning for Noah Skirrow. 1, 2, 3 go the Renegades. We've played 5.5 at First Energy Park. It's Hudson Valley 4 and the BlueClaws nothing. You're listening to Jersey Shore BlueClaws baseball on BlueClaws.com and MILB TV. Noah Skirrow back out there for the BlueClaws as we head to the top half of the 7th inning. And Tony, I want to correct something I said before. And thanks for Eric Krupa, the high A, or the regional Southeast supervisor of the minor league teams for Major League Baseball and former South Atlantic League president. The pitch clock that we were just talking about, they're using that in the Low A West League, which is the old California League. And what they're doing in the Low A Southeast League, which is the old Florida State League, Clearwater, Bradenton, Dunedin, etc. Curveball in there for a called strike to Oswald Peraza, the count 0-1. There they are using the automated balls and strikes, which is, I guess, that one fouled off by Peraza to the right out of play. And the count 0-2. I guess that is called, that's robot umps, essentially. So they actually, I've never seen it in action. I mean, I've read about it. Foul back. They did it in the Atlantic League last year. But they have a home plate umpire. And then if the thing doesn't register, if the robot or the system doesn't register a call, then the home plate umpire makes one himself. and the umpire's there to detect check swings and foul tips and the like. Here's the 0-2, and Skirrow misses outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. What did he say?
I don't know, but it was not complimentary.
Fouled off to the right, out of play. And count 1 and 2. I'll tell you what, there might be, it's not impossible. Can't swear to it, but there might be 1 foul ball left for every kid.
Right.
We got 3 innings. That one, check swing and a miss. He went around, strike 3. Noah Skirrow looks very good. Out of Liberty University, that's his 5th strikeout already. And remember, this is his professional debut, a non-drafted free agent signed by the Phillies last year. So he comes straight to high A, and so far, so good. Here's Ezekiel Duran, the second baseman. Now, Skirrow is in the quote-unquote starting rotation. We say air quotes because the BlueClaws are going to do the same thing they did in 2019 with the piggybacking system. So I believe Skirrow would start curveball outside of the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Next week, next Wednesday in Wilmington. And then, or actually, no, next Tuesday in Wilmington because they're going to have a 5-team rotation. 1-0 is high. And I'm going to count 2-0 on Ezekiel Duran. Duran is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and he grounded into a rarely seen 5-3-5 double play. BlueClaws do have action in their bullpen down the line in right field. And the 2-0 pitch to Duran, lifted foul. So we were talking, Tony, before about how how all this news broke in the offseason. I remember exactly where I was when I figured out that the BlueClaws were going to be moving up a level. So it was November of last year, and I was home. It was Breeders' Cup Day. I remember. Here's the 2-1, line sharply up the middle. There's a base hit going into center. So Ezekiel Duran, who went 1 for 4 last night, is 1 for 4 tonight, and he's aboard with 1 out in the 7th, 4-0 Renegades. And that's when the news broke that the Yankees were realigning their farm system, and Somerset was going to take over as their Double-A team. Scranton was going to stay as their Triple-A team. Hudson Valley would become their High-A team, and Tampa would become their Low-A team. So once they said that Tampa was going to be their Low-A team, you knew that Clearwater, the Phillies, on the Philly system, would have to move to Low-A. You knew that the entire Florida State League was going to become a Low-A league. Now, we didn't know that it would be called Low-A Southeast or whatever. Right. But you knew that they were going to become Low-A, and then you knew that the BlueClaws would become High-A. That didn't become official for about a month, but when the news leaked, you kind of had a feeling of at least of how 2 leagues were going to shake out. This one sliced down the right field line, trouble, stays fair. Ortiz on the run in the corner, can't get it. It's a fair ball, base hit. Duran heads to third. He'll be held up there. Into second is Josh Bro with a double, as Ortiz is able to get the ball in quickly. And the Renegades have runners at second and third with 1 out here in the 7th inning. So Somerset came in to play into the affiliated umbrella, I guess we should call it. And they opened their season last night. Trenton, the Trenton Thunder, they're playing as a AAA team against, or representing, I should say, the Toronto Blue Jays because of everything that's going on up in Canada. And the Dominoes have brought Toronto's AAA team to Trenton, New Jersey. Second and third, infield in for Lakewood with 1 out, and Brandon Lockridge takes high in the count, 1-0. So you have basically the borders closed in the U.S.-Canadian border. So the Blue Jays are playing their games in Buffalo beginning on June 1st. Here's a high pop behind the plate. Hoppe takes the mask off, comes back near the screen, but it's out of play. It lands in the 5th row and bounces around. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Blue Jays will go to Buffalo beginning on June 1st. They're playing in Dunedin in Florida now at their spring training site, which is a lovely stadium. I'm sure they didn't want to spend their summers playing outdoor games in Florida. I don't blame them. They're going to go to Buffalo, where they've spent. The reason why they're not there yet, swing and a miss, 1 and 2, a fast changeup, is because they're spending a lot of time and energy building out the Salem Field facility to upgrade it to major league standards. And then the Bison will benefit from that next year. Fly ball, shallow left center. Out goes Stott. In comes Keaton Greenwald, the center fielder. He makes the call, and the catch runner bluffs at third and goes back as Greenwald fires a one-hop strike to Ohapi. So Lockridge flies to center. That's 2 down. Runners remain at second and third, and that'll bring up Isaiah Pasteur, the left fielder, who is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. So that will do it for Noah Skirrow. BlueClaws have some action in the bullpen. Skirrow kind of looked up to the skies, I'm sure a little disappointed that he wouldn't get to finish this inning. This is his 3rd inning of work, but he's thrown 54 pitches. But Tony, that was a pretty darn good professional debut for Noah Skirrow.
Very nice.
He goes 2 2/3, 3 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. He is